Here we go. I photographed all of this just to get myself an idea of how it all goes together, because again it can look oh too simple when you're looking at it now, but when you come to put it back together and you've got a box full of little plastic bits, it can look very confusing indeed. So I'm looking at the realistic damage of the plastics, what's in good condition, what isn't. Everything needs a clean, very dirty. So I'm going to be removing the plastics pretty much in the direction that I'm going at the moment, in a clockwise manner. I'm going to be noting down exactly what I'm removing from where, and again just keeping those in my relevant bags for reference later. So, next mission, remove plastics. Right hand side slingshot. Again, when removing any kind of plastics, be really gentle with them, because they can crumble from the age as you're taking them off. So it's about being gentle, and specifically when you're putting them back, don't make them too tight. There we go. I see that's not only good condition. Popping that in. This kind of shows me my posts now, and after we've removed all the plastics we'll come back to these posts. I see here a washer, so that goes in straight away. There's a washer there, there should be one here as well, so that's another washer missing that I might want to look at. Also gives you access here to your globes, so if you haven't got any globes that are not working, best to be checking them now so that they can be replaced, and obviously you can replace your rubbers as well, but I'll get back to the rubbers, just the plastics now. While I'm down at this right hand side slingshot, I'm going to be removing the flipper plastics as well. It's a different side nut, and when I'm doing my writing I always make sure that I'm kind of writing down what sizes they are, so that when I come to put them back together again it makes it a lot easier. I know what size nut driver I need to grab. I'm going to take that whole assembly as it is, and I'm going to place it into my bag, and when I come to cleaning I'll take that assembly apart and do what needs to be done. I'm slightly loosening that one and going the whole length. Slight damage to that plastic, but nothing that is going to affect the gameplay, and to be honest with you, nothing that is even going to be noticed once everything is covered over here, because you've got the whole mini playfield area which goes on here, and you've got your diverters as well. So there we go, another plastic. Again, no washer under there. Would like to have seen a washer. All the plastics could really do with a washer. You can just see there how the nuts gouge the plastic if you don't have a bit of protection on them, to be honest with you. I'm calling this one the center saucer plastic, because we've got the center saucer kick out there, so it kind of gives me a reference on it. Again, I've looked where this has been held in, loosen them all one by one so that it kind of gives me an even opening of this plastic. There we go. So that's only thumb tight now. I can do with a bit more. This plastic feels like I can remove that in one go. There it is. There's that post. I've got to be careful and just remember that that post came from there. So what I'll do is put the post on the leg that it came from, just to kind of remember that, and then we'll have a look at that post in a second. I've decided to call this plastic here, for my reference, the brick wall plastic, which I don't think is that imaginative really. I have a funny feeling I'm going to run into some hassles here, because I think some of the posts are going to be coming out again. But it's about taking it slowly, seeing how we go. That one seems nice and loose, that's not too bad. Making a noise, which is never good, is it? There we go. Try and get an overall looseness. I see that plastic is already broken there, so that's worth noting. Nearly punctured my thumb with that. I think that's it. That's it. Going to immediately kind of take that post with it. See, that's how it should be. It should be that the posts are left, but putting it back will be easier because I can replace all these posts and then just put the nuts back on top. It seems those nuts are kind of locking because they're far too tight, but I'm going to put all of that inside my bag, and that is the end of the wall. Right hand side skyscraper. Beautiful condition, this plastic, not broken. So I've removed all the many bits and bobs, all the little posts. We've even got the little men over there, our little century guards, and we have this plastic. Now this plastic is really, really dirty, and it is exceptionally warped as well. If you look at it on the side there, it doesn't actually look too bad, that side, but it really, really is warped. I think you can see it there. Look at that warp in that. Now we need that straight, so I'm just going to kind of get most of the dirt off it because it really, really is very, very dirty, and then I'm going to see if I can get that warp out of it by putting it between two sheets of heat resistant glass and using a hairdryer. This is heat resistant glass, so it's kind of one of those mats that you can buy at your local store for putting really hot pots on. So the plastic that is warped goes on top of that. We then use a weight, and that's kind of a Pyrex dish that we've placed on top of that, and then we use the heat of a hairdryer. It's very important to not do it on the side of the paint. We need to do it on the opposite side of the paint. Get it nice and hot. Let the glass weight take the kink out of the plastic, and then just let that cool down. Well, this plastic has just come out from under the hairdryer, and that is what I'm talking about. That is die straight, that, so that has been completely and utterly straightened out. Absolute fantastic technique, that. And what I've done is I'm using Novus. This is Novus 2 for removing fine scratches from plastic, and it's absolutely fantastic. I'm just going to show you what I'm doing on this one plastic. In the meantime, while that was all straightening and I was waiting for it to cool, I've polished up and cleaned all the little bits. So we've got our little men who are looking nice and smart now. They're all cleaned up and all shiny and ready to go. I've done the top parts of the plastic, so that's all clean, and I've used this Novus, and the way to use this is you put a couple of dollops of it on and you rub in using a rag or whatever you want. You're going to rub that polish in, and I'll give you an idea in a second when I come to take that off what kind of an effect you get with that. So that's the polish has been rubbed on, and I now use a soft cloth to just buff that out, and I don't know if you can see that, but that is phenomenal. It really brings that plastic out beautifully. There you go. That gives you an idea there if you see it in the light. So you can see the bit that I've polished. So I'm going to go and polish all these plastics up and bring them back to as good as new. It just brings out that deep, rich colour and all the beautiful artwork as it was supposed to look. There's definitely something very satisfying about seeing that all done. Clean, straight, beautifully put back together, and that's about an hour and a half's work there, but it's worth it, because if you're going to do the job, just do it properly.